Oh, hello? What's this? Ah! No! 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 Yes. Yes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 8 of Tea Time with Squire. I think it's episode 8. I literally have lost count. The series where we all consume vast amounts of tea-based beverages, yes, and chat pointlessly for about 20 minutes. Yes, we do indeed. Now, let me just sip my tea here. Ow! Ow! Bloody hell, that is hot enough to melt the hinges on the gates of hell. Goodness me. Ha! That is extremely hot tea. You could drop that out of a plane and call it napalm. And funnily enough, I love the smell of Earl Grey in the morning. Yes, I do. Goodness gracious me, that is hot. I'm going to put that down over there, away from my person. Ow. I might set fire to it to cool it down a bit whilst we're talking. That is extremely hot tea. Anyway, so, the law is the law around here. To enter this video beyond this point, you must have upon your person the following items. Item number 1, tea. Yes. Item number 2, a suitably sized mug for the aforementioned tea. Or if you're feeling a tad dainty, perhaps a teacup. Yes, lovely. And that's it, really. Anyone caught trafficking coffee through the border will be met with extreme prejudice by a large and continuous volley of service revolver fire. Yes, yes. I say, you there, stop right there.
Who, me?
Yes, you. What's that bulky and suspicious package you're carrying in your trousers?
It's not coffee, mate. It's not coffee, I swear.
Liar! Yes, Squidonian justice. What's that? He's clean. Well, moving swiftly onwards, yes. I usually like to start the video with an amusing tale that has happened to me in the last week or so, really. And today is no exception. No, it's not. Quite simply, I punched a spider to death. Yes. Although, this wasn't just any old British house spider. Oh, no, no, no. No monocle, no mustache, no top hat. It wasn't British at all. This was more like something out of Starship Troopers or Middle Earth. A giant 8-legged arachnid. A multi-eyed beast of incomparable terror. Yes, it was the size of a beach ball as it stormed across my desk, passing my hand by a mere inch. I went pale as I saw the gigantic beast take cover behind a small, discarded, and previously assumed eaten Malteser. Yes. Now, as you're all very much aware, I have the strength and the physique of a demigod, and so with my Herculean muscles, I sallied forth for my first attack upon the beast. Sweeping the Malteser aside, as if it was but a small confection, I heroically barraged the area heavily with my right hand. The beast was strong. It was a battle of the titans. Suddenly, the monster charged towards me, but failed to break through the giant defensive lines which were my keyboard and mousepad. After this massive setback, he went on the defensive and prepared to dig in on the captured land. His cavalier attitude had cost him his endurance and therefore his mobility and initiative. I brought forwards my rear-guarding reinforcements, my left flank, well, my left hand. I bravely delivered a decisive blow to the heart of the beast, and then proceeded to wipe the small splatter off of my index finger and continued with my War Thunder dogfight. Yes, it truly was a tale of great heroics. That's one for the history books. I mean, they'll probably make films about it, you know. It was extreme. And that is the most epic thing that's happened to me in the last few weeks. You could say I live a fairly dangerous lifestyle, yes. I'm always on the edge, really. That's just me. What else was I planning to talk about this week? Oh yes, I wanted to give a quick mention to one of my closest friends, as he's actually gone and achieved something productive with his life. And he's received an award for it, which is amazing, truly. So a big congratulations to my friend George for receiving the MacIver Trophy. Yes, an award presented to the best flight staff cadet in Scotland. Yes, that's right. He can actually fly real aircraft instead of flying them in a game. But I know who can make the better video. Yeah, it's me. It's me. It's me. Yes. Yes. Anyway, he's a damned fine chap, and not a pen-pushing, desk-sucking blotter-jotter like Bill. No. 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 I'm of course joking. Bill is something of a legend on this channel, and he's got a cult-like following among my viewer base. Maybe it's the hair. I mean, he's got one hell of a frisky head of hair. whilst we're on the subject of Bill, I've recently discovered he's got a bloody fan page. A bloody fan page on Facebook. What did I say about a cult-like following not 5 seconds ago? They probably collect and trade samples of his hair amongst each other. It's a strange world we live in. I mean, it is absolutely stir-fry crazy if you ask me. He's only been in about 10 of my videos and he's already got a posse of loyal Facebook followers. There's probably going to be some kind of giant, horrific gang war erupting on the channel quite soon, I imagine, between the Bootless Bill fan club and the Squidonian Loyalist Society. Oh dear, it's absolutely bananas. What is the world coming to, really? I have no idea. But yes, back to George. Well done, George. Now let's talk about some Squire merchandise, shall we? Yes, yes. For the last few months, as the brave Facebook and Twitter followers among you will be very much aware, I've been showing off various pieces of merchandise and its progress on those pages, and, well, I'm pleased to report, Squire merchandise will be available soon, very soon indeed, yes, yes. The special online internet-based store, ooh, is ready and awaiting my approval, yes. But stop right there. Don't rush down to the bank and start emptying your accounts and start shoving money into your CD drive or, God forbid, your floppy disk drive just yet. Because before the web store launches, I'm being sent some shirts and various other things for testing purposes. Yes, and if I'm happy with the quality of the products, then it's a go, baby. Yes, so we're getting very close indeed. It's a matter of days, really, and it only took me a matter of 4 months to get this set up. I think that's pretty speedy, really. Yes, I did very well indeed. Now, to start with, there'll be a choice of 2 different Squire designs, 2 of them, yes. One created by yours truly. That's right, you'll be wearing something created entirely by me. It'll be on your chest, but probably my conscience. The second of the 2 designs is something that I've worked on closely with a subscriber. Yes, his first name, and I apologize in advance for butchering this one, is Lorenus, and he was kind enough to create this design as soon as he heard that I might be doing merchandise. So a massive thank you to Lorenus, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I'm probably not, but we'll give it a go anyway, for showing such great support towards the channel. It means so very much to me. Needless to say, you'll be receiving your first Squire shirt on me as soon as possible. You'll get the first one out of the batch. I'll see to it. As far as I'm aware, my store will ship worldwide, which is good, and I'm determined to make everything as affordable as physically possible. Anyway, more details to follow shortly. Stay tuned. Now, I usually reserve this bit of the video for some serious talk. Yeah, some serious talk. And today is no exception. No, sir. Last time it was a brief talk on the subject of rocket artillery in War Thunder and its application and implications, and my thoughts on that subject. And today, it's about the recent changes to the battle rating system and the matchmaking system in War Thunder. Oh dear. This might get a bit depressing, so hold on to your shorts. So a couple of days ago, Gaijin, in their eternal wisdom, introduced a new quantitative matchmaking system into the high-tier games of War Thunder, with the aim being, apparently, to balance the matches more effectively. Okay. And what they've done is broken high-tier games completely. Essentially, the system limits the amount of top-tier vehicles in a match. So if I was playing a battle rating 8.3 jet, for example, I'd be one of 4 on my team, and the enemy team should also have 4 battle rating 8.3 aircraft. The rest of each team should be made up of aircraft ranging down to battle rating 7.3 equally on both sides. If you've played well of tanks, you'll be well aware of this mechanic, as it's pretty much the same thing. So if my team has 5 aircraft at battle rating 7.3, so will the enemy team, in theory, and so on. Do I think this is a good system? In principle, yes I do. So what's the problem? Why has everyone gone stir-fry crazy, you ask? Well, this system would probably work if the battle ratings for every aircraft in the game and every tank in the game were all balanced and good. And sadly, and this is where I lost my nerve, at the same time as the new matchmaking, the great all-knowing powerful Gaijin have gone and done the opposite of what literally everybody wanted and compressed the battle ratings of a large amount of aircraft and tanks in the game down a lot. The maximum battle rating for aircraft has dropped down from 9.0 to 8.3. I mean, almost every jet in the game has had its BR taken down across the board. With aircraft like the MiG-15 BIS and variants of the Sabre sitting at battle rating 8.0. This means they can and will fight aircraft at battle rating 7.0. So guess what, you lucky ME-262A1 pilots? Oh yes, that's right, you get to fight Sabres and MiG-15 BISs. Oh, goody. The same BR changes have further ruined high-tier prop games. I mean, aircraft like the F2H Banshee, which were already hideously under-tiered, have been down-tiered to 7.0. Oh, yes. It's absolutely absurd. This means, and you guessed it, they can and will face props, propeller-driven aircraft, at battle rating 6.0. By further compressing an already compressed battle rating system, they've effectively stabbed high-tier games in the face, repeatedly, really. I mean, for God's sake, when flying the de Havilland Vampire, which funnily enough was one of the few jets not to be down-tiered, you'll be facing F2 Sabres and MiG-15s most of the time. What an absolutely hilarious joke. I mean, it appears Gaijin is so delusional with power that they've replaced September with April, all of a sudden, really. It's an absolute joke. Regrettably, the situation's even worse for ground forces, with the maximum battle rating for tanks being reduced to 7.7. And this means tanks like the T-10, which was already doing pretty well, can fight tanks from 6.7. Oh yes, I don't know about you, but I don't fancy fighting a T-10 in my Tiger II, or Jagdpanther for that matter. I can only assume that they've compressed the BRs to decrease queue times. Well, I can't imagine it's going to be lightning fast with half the player base resorting to low-tier vehicles anyway. If you want to learn more about this subject from someone who knows more about it, go and watch the video by my good friend Mags TV, as he's a bit more clued up on the situation at hand than I am. Anyway, that's my opinion. The battle ratings are awful, and the matchmaker doesn't work. At least, it doesn't work yet. So, time for some tea. Ah, that's better. Calms the nerves, you know, yes. You know, I am angry at Gaijin. I am incredibly angry at Gaijin. The reason for my anger? I'm angry because I'm passionate about the game. Highly passionate. And when I see stupid decisions like this, it angers me incredibly. In the past, I've uploaded a few videos ranting about the game, and I don't rant because I hate the game. I mean, far from it. I rant because I love the game, and things aren't being done properly with any thought or care or attention paid to the player base. I mean, there was a poll a few months back started by someone on the forums, and it was to decrease the battle rating spread in the game from 1.0 to 0.7, meaning the aircraft couldn't face anything higher than 0.7 above them or below them. And it was a brilliant idea. I thought that was a brilliant idea. Me and Mags both were big pushers of that idea. And they got back to us and claimed that they tested it internally and that it didn't work. I was wondering if they tested this idea at all, what kind of conclusion they came to. I'm beyond anger at this point. I don't know what the hell they're doing, honestly. Oh dear. Now, I hope to God the comment section on this video won't be filled with discussion on this topic, as it is quite depressing, honestly, and I like my comment sections to be lovely places of, well, love, and not depressing thoughts about the game. Oh, God. On a much happier note, however, let's talk about a new nature documentary. Yes, that's right, a new nature documentary is being produced, so I'm not going to spoil any of the surprises that await you, but I need your help. For this documentary to work, I need to gather around 30 mouse tanks. 30 mice, if you will. You know, that giant, massively overweight, box-looking tank? Yes, you know it. How could you not know it? It weighs 200 tons. I mean, it's very hard to forget. Or lose, for that matter. So the recording session will take place on Wednesday the 30th of this month. That's in a few days' time, at 7 PM GMT plus 1. Work that out in your various time zones. Yes. You'll get to be in the recording of the video, you'll have your name in the credits, obviously, and we're going to do a little Q&A kind of thing afterwards as well. It'll be lovely. And we do serve free tea and biscuits. Yes. Yes, biscuits are on the left. Now, don't worry if you don't have a mouse tank and you want to be in the recording, because at some point, later in the week, there will be an opportunity for you to take part in a low-tier tank, hopefully. I've got many things planned for this documentary, so hold fast. Yes, soon your time will come. And on one final note, to take part in this event, as ever, you'll need to be connected to my Teamspeak server. You can find my Teamspeak details on my Facebook page or on my Steam group, and links to both of those pages will be in the description below and in the comments section. Hopefully, as ever, we'll get a magnificent turnout of wonderful people. Yes, yes. It's okay if you don't have a microphone or you're too shy to talk or anything, really. It's absolutely fine. As long as you can listen to me give the orders, you'll be a fine soldier, I'm sure. Now, it's time to answer some questions. Yes, yes, here we go. A question the first. It comes in from Mr. Batchat25T. I bloody despise those French tanks, you know. Anyway, his question is this. Squire, if you could take a flight in any plane of your choice in real life, what would it be? And he says, P.S. Yes, yes, yes. Well, that's a pretty tough question. I'm a fan of the Hawker Hurricane, as you know. The Lancaster's pretty good. The Wellington, of course. The Spitfire, the Mosquito, the P-51. Oh, if I had to choose one out of all of them, I'd probably choose the Mozzie, the Mosquito, yes. Although, to be honest, if anyone out there can get me a flight in any of the aforementioned aircraft, I'd probably marry them and film it and put it on YouTube. The flight, that is, not the wedding. That is unless the wedding took place on the flight, in which case the Mosquito might not be big enough, no, for the full ceremony. I suppose my bride could walk down the aisle of an Avro Lancaster. Yes, that's a brilliant idea. Yes, yes. Anyway, question the second. It comes in from Sprog1, and he asks, Squire, does being a subscriber automatically entitle one to a Squidonian citizenship? Is there an immigration process, or do I swim across a river or crawl under a fence and then work as a busboy in an Indian restaurant until my paperwork comes through? Squidonia forever! So before answering this question, I'd better fill anyone in who's not heard of Squidonia. Yes, Squidonia is the greatest and most powerful country in the entire world, and it was founded by me. So far, we have over 45,000 loyal subjects and political party members. Yes, we run a brutally harsh regime with especially strict laws on the trafficking of coffee. So, as long as you're subscribed, you're entitled to a Squidonian citizenship. Yes, it's quite simply that simple. Upon your signing of the citizenship form, you are given your national team mug, and then you'll be asked to take part in a fine rendition of the Squidonian national anthem, naturally in front of a party member. I've got a wonderful idea. Let us recite a few verses of the great anthem now, shall we? Yes, and remember, this is the most patriotic Squidonian song. Its words are law and date back thousands of years. Those magnificent men in their flying machines. They go up, diddly up, up. They go down, diddly down, down. They enchant all the ladies and steal all the scenes with their up, diddly up, up, and their down, diddly down, down. Anyway, I need not recite the entire anthem to you word for word, when you all know it so well as it is, yes. The next question comes in from the Exploding Mushrooms, and the mushrooms ask, Squire, what is your average success in War Thunder? Okay, here we go. Generally, I like to think I'm not a terrible player of War Thunder. I mean, after 2,000 hours, you bloody well hope not. My games typically follow a strict pattern. If I enter a game and I get recognized by a large portion of the enemy and friendly team, I usually end up crashing into a tree or ripping my wings off. But then, if I don't get recognized at all, I regularly achieve pretty wonderful matches, bashing out anywhere upwards of 8 or 9 kills in RB. Generally though, for a video, you want the most interesting match possible. It doesn't quite matter if you get 8 kills in 5 minutes, if the gameplay isn't interesting enough. Don't get me wrong, I always like to achieve a few kills for good measure when recording a video, but take my swordfish video from last week for example. I'll admit, 3 kills in a swordfish isn't bad, but the gameplay was quite interesting. Here is an example for you. Let me think. When things like oil leakages occur, when oil leaks everywhere, that creates a prompt for some rather witty on-the-spot jokes. So I'd much rather upload a match where some interesting moments occur than just a killing fest blood orgy of death. Yes, interesting moments are by far the more valuable commodity, yes, yes. And on that note, I think that's time to end the video, or thereabouts. It's been about 20 minutes, give or take. It's been a wonderful time, really. Thank you very much for watching. I sincerely hope you have enjoyed this video. And, well, if you did, send a pigeon with your like firmly attached, and I will try not to bake it into a pie or something. Yes, cheerio.
Magnificent men in their flying machines. They go up, diddly up, up. They go down, diddly down, down.